What defines a remarkable woman can be many things. It can be someone who inspires, leads, and paves the way for other women to succeed. This International Women's Month, Sarah Diamond introduces us to this year's remarkable woman who has made a big impact in her community. Sarah?
Casey, Ronda Paulson insists she did not start Isaiah 117 House. She says she initially fought the idea. It started with a foster parent training class field trip to a child welfare office. Paulson learned kids had to stay, sometimes sleep in the office, waiting for foster placement. But what began in a conference room is now a nationwide refuge. Proof that sometimes the calling we resist most is the one that changes the most lives. Isaiah 117 House was started with 6 words.
What if there was a home? What if there was a home?
A home was needed. Through foster parent training, Ronda Paulson learned after being removed from their homes, kids had to stay and sometimes sleep in Department of Children's Services offices waiting for foster placement.
He said that a little girl had slept in that room the night before. And I just remember my body had a physical reaction to that news. Like, I remember there was a pain in my chest, like my heart actually hurt for her. I couldn't imagine sleeping on that floor. I couldn't imagine what had brought her there.
Ronda lived this firsthand when she fostered Isaiah, 9 months old, bright red hair, and filthy clothes.
And so now I heard about Removal Day in a conference room, but now I'm living it. And now I know this little 9-month-old has nothing in the world but a borrowed outfit and a roach-infested diaper bag. And he has a mom that did not want to leave him. And I'm like, this is how it happens. Like, this is what Removal Day looks like. And he deserves more dignity than this. And she deserved more dignity than this.
Meeting Isaiah changed her heart and led her to pray.
God, I have no idea what you want me to do, but I will do it. For your children, for the caseworkers, for those future foster placements. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I will do it.
Then Isaiah 117 House was born. Ronda didn't know it at the time, but the Bible verse Isaiah 117 reads, "Do good, seek justice, take care of the widow, take care of the orphan." The vision was becoming clear.
What if when a child is going through the most traumatic day of their life, they don't go to a cubicle or a conference room, they go to a home? Because if you need a bath, we don't have a drug testing sink. We have a bathtub because we're home. And if you're hungry, we don't have a vending machine. We have a fully stocked kitchen because we're home. And if you want to play outside, we don't have a parking lot. We have a basketball goal and a play set and a yard because we're home. And what if on that really traumatic day, a child is reminded that this is happening to you, not because of you. And you are loved, and you are cared for, and your needs will be met.
Ronda had dreamed about the logo, a white house with a red door. Now it was time to find a house, and her need was answered. A friend was selling her house and offered it at a reduced rate. And you'll never guess what it looked like.
I pulled up. It's a white house, the red door, the big picture window, and I was like, I think this is our house.
The community rallied, and the entire house was gutted to the studs, rebuilt, and decorated to accommodate the organization's needs. All of it done for free. And in June of 2018, Isaiah 117 House opened its doors to kids. But Ronda's work was just beginning. In September of 2019, Isaiah 117 House opened another home in Washington County. A few months later, another in Greene County. The following year, Sullivan County.
And it wasn't long before Nashville got wind that it was working. And so the governor said that he wanted this to be the new standard for children entering foster care across the state of Tennessee.
The floodgates opened statewide, then nationwide. One house has grown to 66 locations across 13 states. To date, more than 16,000 children have been served in homes filled with clean pajamas, warm meals, and volunteers who understand that the worst night of a child's life should not be spent under fluorescent lights. To what do you give credit for all of this?
First and foremost, the Lord. And I don't say that cliche. It's okay. I am not doing this. I'm not capable of doing this. I'm a chair and dance coach. That's who I am. I'm not an executive director of anything. And I have fought him on that. I'm like, I don't want to be an executive director. I want to be a mom and run a house. So first and foremost, I do believe that this is the heart of God.
Thousands of children find comfort, dignity, and hope when they need it most.
The name Isaiah 117 House comes from the Bible verse, and it's also the adoption day of Paulson's former foster son, now adopted son Isaiah, as well as Isaiah's brother, both adopted into the Paulson family. You can read more about Ronda Paulson and the remarkable women nominees in previous years by going to our website, WJHL.com.